Right now, the fallout from a weekend protest in Madison by a group of neo-Nazis and the hurtful impact it's having on the community. Also, a look ahead to a crucial meeting tonight that'll focus on resolving violence in an East Side neighborhood. And a News 3 Now call for action success story, how she got the help she needed when AT&T was complicating her home remodeling project. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 5.
The sentiments of everybody here in condemning the hateful neo-Nazi marchers who were present in Madison over the weekend. Their views have no place in the state of Wisconsin.
That's Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul reacting to the news that a neo-Nazi group that marched in downtown Madison Saturday. Madison police said about 20 people were carrying flags with Nazi images, including swastikas. Madison's Jewish community says displays like that can be deeply hurtful no matter how many people take part. Our Maddie Himes joins us now from the UW campus, where the effects of that demonstration are still being felt. Maddie?
Eric, Jewish leaders and students on campus tell me that this is just another example of anti-Semitism at a time where they're feeling increasingly threatened. And we want to warn our viewers that some images in this story may be difficult to see.
It is a life-changing event, right, emotionally, to witness these kinds of moments.
Saturday's demonstration saw about 24 neo-Nazis march on Capitol grounds and then to a nearby park, all the while yelling racial slurs and anti-Semitic chants. The group wore face masks and waved flags with swastikas on them.
We are living in a moment that, with deeply high increases of anti-Semitism, 400% or 500% increases, students are feeling this viscerally.
Greg Steinberger has been the executive director at Hillel, the Jewish campus organization, for almost 25 years. He says this type of hatred isn't new to him, but it is to many of the students in the organization.
There were people doing Hitler salutes and parading swastikas around. We've never seen something like that.
Senior Rachel Hale heard about the march while getting ready for her last football game.
Waking up and seeing that there were Nazis walking outside of my apartment is obviously not how we wanted to wake up.
But she said she's felt an incredible amount of support from university leaders, organizations, and peers.
As terrifying as it was, all of my friends, we got together and we sang and danced, and even actually we did the hora at the apartment that we were at.
The white supremacist group is the same one that appeared at a Pride event in Watertown this summer. Madison police explained that they couldn't stop the group from exercising First Amendment rights, but they condemned the hateful rhetoric in a Facebook post. UW-Madison Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin released a statement over the weekend calling the group's presence in Madison, quote, utterly repugnant. Reporting live from UW-Madison, I'm Maddie Himes, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. We take a live look at the Capitol right now. Clear outside, but it could be looking different soon. Some possible precipitation, maybe some flurries overnight. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast and Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. He's out on the weather patio. Gary?
Yeah, there are some breaks in the clouds overhead right now, Eric, but the showers will be moving in before too long. In fact, take a look at Doppler track. You can see them across northern Illinois starting to spread northward. We'll zoom into southern Wisconsin. There could be a couple of sprinkles right around Platteville or over toward Cassville and Grant County, but for the most part, the better chances for showers will come after about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. You can see this on 6-hour future track radar. Most of that this evening will be in the form of rain showers, but notice how you get up toward the Dells, toward midnight, you start to see some flurries mixing in, and it's possible we could see a rain-snow mix later on tonight as temperatures drop into the middle 30s. Last night, temperatures were in the middle 30s here in Madison. A few places up north were in the 20s, like Wautoma, they were at 27, whereas southwestern Wisconsin was closer to 40 degrees. Current temperatures are in the lower 40s. These probably won't change very much this evening. We'll zoom into Dane County. You can see it's 43 in Middleton, 42 degrees in Oregon, and 41 degrees in Deerfield. Look for mostly cloudy skies. Showers starting to develop by mid to late evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady in the lower 40s. Later on, I'll take a look at the possibility if any snow will stick to the ground and what our weather looks like as we head toward the Thanksgiving holiday.
All right, Gary, thank you. Tonight, people living in the North Grandview Commons neighborhood on the city's Far East Side will have a chance to tell Madison City leaders, police, and more how they feel living in a community that's seen a recent pattern of gun violence, including the shooting death of a teenage girl last month. Armand Rahman is there ahead of that meeting. He has the details. Armand?
Eric, this meeting is mainly organized by Alder Derek Field, who serves this district, and it's at the Steamfitters Local 601 on Town Center Drive. Now, Alder Field told News 3 Now that he wants to hear people's concerns and questions so that the city can have a more actionable conversation with them about addressing gun violence going forward. Now, as mentioned, this comes 1 month after 15-year-old Kaisha Miller was killed in a shooting at the Harmony at Grandview Commons apartment complex. the second fatal shooting there in a span of months. Owners of that property are also expected to be here tonight, and the meeting starts at 6 o'clock and is expected to go until 7:30, so there is still time to come down here if you wish to be a part of this conversation. I'll be here as well to hear those residents' concerns and to hear just how the city plans on getting involved, and I'll have more on that tonight at 6 and 10. For now, live in Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. A $1 million cash bond has been set for one of the two men charged in a July shooting at that apartment complex. 21-year-old Mark Parks Jr. made his initial court appearance this afternoon after being arrested on Thursday on charges stemming from the shooting that killed Devon Grant. He's charged with first-degree intentional homicide as party to a crime, among multiple other charges. Another man charged in the case, Devontae Gafford, pleaded not guilty last month to identical charges. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 28th. Today, UW-Platteville announced athletic director and assistant chancellor Dr. Christina Navarro-Krupka passed away suddenly over the weekend. The university did not provide immediate details about her death, but a statement from UW-Platteville Chancellor Dr. Tammy K. Avedovich says she passed away unexpectedly during pregnancy. She grew up in Madison before graduating from UW-La Crosse in 2006. Navarro-Krupka was in her fourth year as Director of Athletics and Assistant Chancellor at UW-Platteville. Tomorrow marks 2 years since the deadly Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. Governor Evers has ordered state and U.S. flags to fly at half-staff. It was November 21st of 2021. 6 people were killed, 60 others injured when Darrell Brooks drove an SUV into the parade route. Last November, he was sentenced to life in prison after a jury found him guilty, convicting him of 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 70 other charges. Tonight, our Call for Action team is reporting the results after a Waterloo woman said she was stood up by a major telecommunications company more than once. Our Catherine Merck shows us how our team helped her get some money back here. Catherine.
Joni Crave has lived in Waterloo for 43 years, and she said no business has ever failed her the way that AT&T did. Joni's home was about to go under a remodeling project, and she said she requested AT&T come remove some of their equipment that was cemented into her yard before the project got started. Joni says she tried getting AT&T to come out to her home 6 times before she eventually just canceled her services with the company.
I believe in honor and honesty, and they broke all my rules. I believe doing the best job you can, and they failed.
While Joni's thankful our Call for Action team helped her, she's still left believing that this company went against everything she's always known. And I reached out to AT&T myself for a response about Joni's situation in an email, and the company acknowledged its mistake.
So, Catherine, in this situation, how was the Call for Action team able to help her out?
So Joni told us that she wasn't able to get into a contact with AT&T until our Call for Action team actually reached out to her. She said that she got $180 from them after that happened, and she had a lot of documentation of the situation overall, so it made it easy for our team to be able to do it.
All right, good stuff. Catherine, thank you. And if you're looking for action and getting answers when you cannot get them yourself, call our Call for Action volunteers. They're here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can call for action. Simply call that number there at the bottom of your screen, 608-270-2833, or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. This week is U.S. Antibiotic Awareness Week. It's designated to raise awareness of the proper use of these important drugs. These impactful drugs are effective at treating infections, of course, due to bacteria and fungi, which can cause dangerous and life-threatening conditions. According to the Global Burden of Disease study from 2019, an estimated 7.7 million people die from bacterial infections around the globe. However, the more these drugs are prescribed, the less effective they actually become, as bacteria and fungi can adapt to survive these treatments.
A lot of patients have been affected by resistant infections that have been quite serious and difficult to treat. So, of course, there's a lot of concern that this is a trend that could be increasing over time.
More than 2.8 million antimicrobial resistant infections occur in the United States each year, and more than 35,000 people die as a result. Those numbers according to the CDC. Dollar General is being fined close to $1 million for overcharging customers for hundreds of items in stores all across Wisconsin. Our Kyle Pozorski shares how the state uncovered these violations and what you can do to avoid the same situation. Kyle?
Eric, we learned today that the State Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection reached a settlement with Dollar General. It includes that fine of more than $850,000. Today, I sat down with the department's administrator to hear how the national retailer is taking action to make sure this doesn't happen again. Michelle Reinen of DATCAP says the widespread issue of overcharged items is nothing new for Dollar General. In 2018, they paid more than $10,000 in fines for similar violations when items were ringing up as costing more at checkout than they were advertised.
Based on that history and continued activity that we saw, the statewide inspection was put into place.
During the course of a 12-day span earlier this year, the Department's Bureau of Weights and Measures conducted price checks at the Discount Retailers Wisconsin stores.
More than 238 stores were inspected, 238 had price violations.
Inspectors found that 662 items scanned at higher than listed or advertised prices, equaling an average of 17% higher cost. Dollar General told us in a statement they appreciate the, quote, constructive approach DACAP has taken to resolve the matter and say they are committed to providing customers with accurate prices. Reinen says for consumers feeling uneasy during the holiday season, there are ways to avoid similar price inaccuracies.
Take a notebook and be jotting down the prices for the products, or use your phone and take photos of the shelf price, because it'll help you really make sure you understand what was posted.
Last year, Dollar General reported a net profit in excess of $2.4 billion. Under the terms of today's settlement, Dollar General does not admit any violation of state law.
Kyle, thank you. Right now, former President Donald Trump is appealing the gag order placed on him in his federal election subversion criminal case. Last month, a federal judge issued the order restricting Trump's ability to target court personnel, potential witnesses, special counsel Jack Smith, and his staff. Prosecutors argued these attacks could endanger some people close to the case, but Trump says he needs to defend himself outside the courtroom as he campaigns for president again. The appeals court temporarily froze the gag order as the legal process plays out. New at 5, the Supreme Court has struck down a petition from former Minneapolis police officer convicted in George Floyd's death. Derek Chauvin's lawyers appealed on the basis that Chauvin had not received a fair trial. They claim jurors in the case may have had a vested interest against acquitting Chauvin out of fear of instigating more violence. But today, the Supreme Court rejected his appeal without comment or recorded vote. A jury found Chauvin guilty of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter in George Floyd's death. Next at 5, in a show of support for Ukraine today, U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin made an unannounced visit to Kyiv, where he met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and promised the United States and other allies will continue helping the country defend itself as the war with Russia drags on. The visit comes as the Biden administration's request for more U.S. military aid to Ukraine has stalled in Congress. Meanwhile, the White House says it believes a deal is closer than ever to free hostages held by Hamas. Multiple sources tell CBS News a deal would likely include the release of 50 hostages in exchange for Israel pausing the fighting and allowing more humanitarian aid into Gaza, including fuel. As the conflict rages on, dozens of premature Palestinian babies were evacuated from Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza. Right now, they're receiving treatment in Cairo, but health officials say it will take a long time for many of these infants to recover. Still to come at 5, Madison recognized as one of the most sustainable cities in the Midwest. Plus, Gary returns another check of your first warn forecast and breaks down when we could see some wet weather ahead of Thanksgiving. And the markets again start the week strong. The Dow up almost 204 points. The Nasdaq climbs 159. The S&P adds 33. We'll be right back.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Save on big projects. Menards 11% sale ends Thanksgiving Day. Don't miss out. Make over your laundry room. Save 11% on Criterion appliances. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Build your dream bathroom and save 11% on luxury tubs and showers. Or go even bigger and get 11% off a new garage. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save. Menards 11% sale ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, iCare's dual eligible special needs plans help you get both care and coverage. Benefits include $1,800 per year to pay for eligible groceries and over-the-counter items. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Receive a $4,000 a year dental allowance and pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long, even the brand name ones. Call us today and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. Eye Care is looking out for you and your health.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Tonight on News 3 Now, our call for action team is dialed into helping a local woman contact with AT&T to remove equipment. After 6 calls with no response, how our team took action and made a difference. That's tonight at 6.
Tonight at 6, after a customer made 6 calls asking AT&T to move equipment for a home remodeling project.
So I would reschedule. No one would come.
I'll show you how our call for action team made a difference in getting this big company to respond.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
After a comeback win for the Badger football team on Saturday, the streak continues, and for the 22nd straight year, Bucky and company will be bowling. Sports director Zach Hanley's live at Buck and Honey's in Monona with a preview of tonight's taping of the Wisconsin Huddle. Zach?
We're able to talk about a win, but tonight we'll talk about that win over Nebraska in overtime to keep the Freedom Trophy. 10th straight time they beat Nebraska. Plus, we'll look ahead for the Battle of the Paul Bunyan's Axe. Badgers have lost 2 straight against Minnesota. We're going to draw the axe with Travis Beckham. He's going to be our guest. We'll see how good his his art skills are. Show starts at 6:30, the live taping. If you can't make it to Buck and Honey's in Monona tonight, you can always watch the show at 6:30 every Friday night right here on News 3 Now. Eric?
All right, Zach, thank you. Madison is being called one of the most sustainable cities in the Midwest. Midwest Today put out a report last week making that claim, saying the city's public transportation, renewable energy, and net zero emissions efforts are enough to establish Madison as a leader in sustainable living. But the article also was met with some criticism online, saying Madison is not doing enough and that certain groups don't have access to the resources that would make Madison truly sustainable. Former Nelson Institute professor of sustainability Tom Eggert says both have merit.
Sustainability is, the energy resources, transportation, what we do in transportation, what we do with communities, what we do with underprivileged communities and people, and the environment. We have been doing so much for so long on the environmental area. It's pretty clear what needs to be done. We just need to do more of it. On the social side, I think we're really still struggling to understand what are the right steps.
Eggert says Madison should be considered a leader in sustainability because they were at the forefront of sustainable living even before state and federal support came in. Busy week for travel. We know many of you will be keeping a close eye on the weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with your first warn forecast. Gary?
We certainly are as well. We start with some showers tonight. You can see some light showers now on high-resolution radar moving into southern Grant County around Platteville, just north of Hazel Green. Some more showers that'll be approaching Monroe and Broadhead in Rock County. But Doppler track shows more widespread rain to the south across northern Illinois. It's lifting northward. And 6-hour future track radar shows that area of rain shifting northward as more rain comes in from the west. Now, in between, temperatures will start to turn colder. We'll start to see a mixture of rain and snow, mainly north of the Dells, but that will transition to a mix of rain and snow across much of the rest of the area later on tonight. So 3 things you need to know. Those showers will mix with snow late tonight and then come to an end tomorrow morning. It'll be dry after that. In fact, starting Wednesday and going through all of next week, I don't have any precipitation in the forecast. However, temperatures will be near normal the next couple of days, a little colder for Thanksgiving, and then Those high temperatures drop into the 30s, below normal, beginning on Friday. The Thanksgiving forecast, right now we're looking at a high of 41 on Thanksgiving with partly sunny skies, so a little colder than on Wednesday when temperatures will be in the middle 40s. Friday, though, you can see more clouds. Temperatures drop back into the lower 30s for highs, so a chilly Black Friday. And the 10-day temperature trend, near or above normal temperatures the next couple of days, and then below normal temperatures beginning on Friday and lasting through all of next week. We transition into a cold but dry regime. And if you take a look at the holiday future track for people who are traveling, right now there have been severe thunderstorms and tornadoes in parts of Texas and Oklahoma, now moving into Mississippi. We're on the northern part of this storm, so the rain showers will mix with snow later tonight, and then that system heads off to the east. So the next couple of days will be wet with some snow in the northern portions of New England as you head into Wednesday. But much of the country will be quiet for the day before Thanksgiving, and for Thanksgiving itself, I think we're looking for quiet weather here in Madison with partly sunny skies. A little more cloud cover starts to come in from the west as we head toward Black Friday. But right now, it's the storm system to the south that we're watching that's bringing rain northward and, again, severe weather down to the south near the Gulf Coast. Kind of unusual before Thanksgiving. But planning your evening, look for temperatures that'll stay nearly steady in the lower 40s. This is at 9 p.m. The first batch of showers moves on through. Then more general rain comes in. But notice the temperature's still in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees, warm enough to keep it mainly as rain. As we start to get toward 3 a.m., you can start to see a mixture of rain and snow as temperatures start to drop into the mid to upper 30s. By morning, a mixture of rain and snow with temperatures in the middle 30s, but that's still warm enough to keep anything from really sticking to the ground. Planning your night across Dane County, a mix of rain and snow, 36 in Oregon, 35 degrees in Middleton, across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 38 for the low in Monroe, 36 in Baraboo, and 35 in Camp Douglas. Tomorrow, look for a mix of rain and snow showers in the morning, then breezy with some sunshine in the afternoon, high temperature at 45. Rainfall amounts 1/4 to 1/2 inch over southeastern Wisconsin, lesser amounts to the north and west, and this is the transition zone where there might be perhaps up to 1 inch of snow accumulation, maybe from Watertown northward into the Fox Valley. Otherwise, first warned 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures drop off. Like I say, the good news is it'll be quiet for Thanksgiving with dry weather and some sunshine. Temperatures, though, on the cold side pretty much for all of next week. As we check out first warned traffic, the Monday before Thanksgiving, some people getting an early start on the holiday weekend. Right now, not seeing any big issues on the Beltline or I-39, 90, 94. A little bit of a slowdown northbound on I-39, 94 north of the I-94 interchange. Right now, about a 16 to 18-minute trip on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 17 minutes from Sun Prairie inbound to downtown. That same trip outbound is 21 minutes today. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City will take you 17 minutes, and the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90 is a 26-minute commute. That's your news for now. First one.
All right, Gary, thank you. Coming up next at 5, 'tis the season of sales, and while prices are down this Black Friday, so are the number of seasonal workers, and we'll share those details next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-JUNK, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month, free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. Relax in this Lazy Boy recliner for just $4.99.
Yep.
Update your bedroom with this modern bed for just $3.98. Deals so big, prices so low, all month long. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last.
The one and only Black Friday all month long sale.
Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Heck yeah.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-GOT-JUNK, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
While retail sales are expected to soar to new heights over the holidays, the seasonal workforce has taken a nosedive. According to new data, retailers posted the lowest number of seasonal job openings since 2013. But for those who did get a seasonal job, there may be some good news. Mike Valerio has more.
'Tis the season for sales, but while prices are down this Black Friday week, so is the number of seasonal workers.
A lot of employers now have enough people on staff where they only need a slight uptick in the number of employees that they're going to have for the holiday season.
According to Andy Challenger from outplacement services firm Challenger Gray & Christmas, this year retailers advertised the lowest number of seasonal positions in a decade. Just 2 years ago, retailers hit a record high, nearly 1 million holiday jobs.
During the pandemic years, retailers were seeing unprecedented desire from Americans to buy their products. They were strapped.
Today, numbers have dropped a sharp 40% compared to pandemic times, indicating the type of employees needed for seasonal work has changed.
There has been this massive migration to e-commerce, which really changes the types of workers that companies and retailers need to hire during the holidays.
Glassdoor chief economist Aaron Terraza says it's no longer about face-to-face customer engagement.
Amazon was the only major retailer to announce a big uptick in the number of employees that they're expecting to hire this season.
And while brick and mortar jobs tend to shed holiday hires by January, some seasonal jobs in the e-commerce market may be around for, let's say, an extended season.
Those companies tend to keep seasonal workers on through February, sometimes even March.
In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So, remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21. No matter what.
Menards 11% sale is ending on Thanksgiving Day. Don't wait. Finish your painting project today for a paint with easy application, good coverage, and a uniform finish. Choose Lucite Interior Paint. It's easy to clean and comes with a 15-year warranty. Get a gallon of flat for just $9.69 after rebate. Complete your painting project with angle brushes. Choose between the 2-inch angle short brush or the 1.5-inch angle paintbrush. Just $2.99 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Lots of insurance companies make promises about how much you can save if you switch over to them. Well, here's our promise. With the West Bend policy, you can save everything. Every memory, every detail, everything you've worked so hard for. Once it comes time to actually make a claim, a cheap insurance policy can really cost you. Why not protect everything that matters with a policy from West Bend? Because the worst brings out our best.
It's Steinhaffel's Black Friday mattress sale. Queen mattresses start at just $199 and save up to $800 on select adjustable base sets. Steinhaffel's has all the best brands at the best prices. And with our 72-month financing, your best night's sleep just got more affordable. Test rest our new certified organic avocado mattresses exclusively at Steinhaffel's, now in all Madison area locations. Steinhaffel's Black Friday mattress sale. Shop now in store or online at steinhaffels.com.
At Lawton Cates, we provide compassion and guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side. We know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, turmoil in the tech world, why employees of ChatGPT's parent company are now threatening to leave after a major CEO shakeup. Those headlines and more tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, let's go to Gary. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we're watching some light rain showers just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, starting to spread into southern portions of Grant County, just south of Janesville and Rock County. But you can see 6-hour future track radar shows more widespread rain coming in, but not seeing at least a mix of rain and snow until you get to areas north of the Dells. But that'll happen later tonight.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News starts now.